Now, I've worked with countless of coaches along these years, and they all have one thing in common. They all have things that they just wish they could go back in time and fix it, or things that they would be like, oh my God, life will be much easier if I just did this thing from the get-go and not wait a year after. As an online coach, especially if you're starting out, it's very easy to get caught up in the excitement of the moment to make decisions right there and then that have short-term benefits but can have really long-term repercussions. Whether it's pricing, boundaries, or even marketing, these are all things that can really hold you back in the long term if you don't do it right from the get-go. And many coaches think they can just figure it out as they go. And trial and error is inevitable, and that's okay. But the thing is that sometimes rushing into key decisions they then regret later on is something that really can hold you back. So I'm going to get into exactly what are those 5 top regrettable things that I want you not to do so you can already start going on the path of growth and not think that you have to go back and fix things when time has already passed. So regret number 1, undercharging your services. With this one, I can go on a rant for about 2 hours just on this one, because I cannot tell you the amount of times that I sit down with coaches and I work with their marketing strategy and we're looking at all the different things. But the main thing that are keeping them broke is not charging what they deserve. It's not charging exactly what makes the business grow. Sometimes, when I'm talking with someone and the first question that I ask them is, okay, what goal do you have? How much you want to make per month in this business? And they tell me things like 10,000, 5,000, even 20,000, whatever the number is. And I tell them, okay, this is what you want to make, 10,000, just for simplicity reasons, 10,000, okay. How much are you charging right now per session? Oh, 100. Okay, let's reverse engineer that. Let's calculate what does that mean. And a lot of you don't make that calculation. So do you know that, okay, how many hours does that really translate to that I have to work per week to get to that 10K per month? And that is just on the practical side, right? The other thing as well, pricing is also marketing and branding. It's also a differentiator. It's also something that's going to set you apart. What a lot of coaches do, they look on the sides, they go, oh, Jennifer's charging 100, this person's charging 150, so I might as well do 125 to become competitive. No, right? Because now the only thing that differentiates you from Jennifer is the price point. So the people are going to just shop around. So you have nothing that kind of sets you apart than everyone else. That's why niching down is the most important thing. I'm going to leave a link below so you can go and watch this video exactly how to niche down, because niching down, when you have a specific niche, when you become a point of reference for a specific outcome, then people understand that you are an expert in that field, and no one expects to spend or to pay standard pricing for an expert. There's a reason why general physicians earn way less than a cardiologist, right? Sorry, I get passionate about this because I'm so tired of seeing coaches that are amazing at what they do and they become broke because they really don't understand how much pricing is important in their business. And just really to drive this point home, right? Pricing also differentiates the quality of clients that you attract. The person that pays $100 for something, they will show up differently if they pay $1,000 for something, $5,000 for something. The pricing also makes sure that you attract people who are serious about getting the result that they want. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but sometimes you have people that sign up with you, but then they don't show up for calls. They don't do their homework. They don't do the things they're supposed to do. They're like just taking it casual. And you, because you're coach, you're invested in their success, but they are not as invested because they didn't put their money where their mouth was, right? So also pricing also works on that. So important that, right now you understand how pricing is important. And I know you have this limiting belief. You have this limiting belief of, oh my God, will people pay this? And I can tell you, I can go on the list of different clients that I've had, even this week. Melanie, for example, I had to kind of fight with her almost to charge what I know that she can charge. We settled, I think when we got off the call, we settled to like 700 or 900, whatever it was. Whatever it was too low anyway, but that was what she was comfortable with, so I let her go with that. And luckily, something got into her, and before she got on the call with the prospect, she was able to pitch 1,400, I think. 1,400 or 1,200, whatever the number was. It was much higher what we had agreed on the call. And I'm so happy because then she got the confirmation that, oh, this is possible. People said yes right away. Oh my God, how? I'm like, yeah, and you know what? People would pay $2,000 and $5,000 for this. And now she believes me because, I've been doing this for years and I know when you position your services in a specific way, you're able to charge a premium and people will pay a premium because they want that result. Now, regret number 2, skipping market research. And I think this one kind of relates with the first one of like undercharging. The reason why you're undercharging is because you don't believe or don't understand exactly the transformation that you're providing. Because when you do market research, And once you understand exactly the niche that you're serving, the problem that you're helping them overcome, the transformation that you're going to walk them through, you then understand how valuable your services are, how transformational it is. Even if you're helping, I don't know, people achieve work-life balance, think about how would their lives be in the next 5-10 years if they don't finally achieve work-life balance. How will the relationships with their parents will be, the relationship with their spouse, the relationship with their children, how will their anxiety overwhelm at work? What would life be? How stressful will life continue to be in the next 5 years if you don't intervene? How much of a transformation that is. But really skipping this part of market research and really understanding the pain points, the desires, the deep desires, the cycles, the frustrations of your target audience, skipping that is what allows you to undercharge yourself first. Second, you'll never be able to then create content, because a lot of the people that come to me and go, Sally, I have no idea what content I should create, is because they have no idea who they're serving. Once you know exactly who you're talking to, once you know exactly what you're gonna help them achieve, creating content, easy. I can turn on the camera and just create content for the next 4 days without stopping, because I know my target audience from inside out. I know them better than they know themselves, and it's your job to know that as well. You are, yes, a coach, but use your job to understand your market as well, so they know exactly how to communicate with them and how to position yourself in the market so that they can know that you're the right person to work with them. Regret number 3, not setting boundaries. And this is particularly specific for new coaches, right? You get excited about having a client, you want to go above and beyond, and you tell them, here's my personal phone number, call me anytime, I'm available 24/7. And there, the next thing you know, they take you up on that offer, They're calling you, they're sending you all those messages, and you're there answering. But the thing is that it's fine if there's like only one person doing that, but then you have 5, 10 people doing that, and those boundaries. So it's important for you to establish those boundaries between you and your customer and your clients. And it's not only about access to you, it's boundaries as well on what they expect as well. So that's why, even for example, if you have people to achieve work-life balance, it's important to define exactly from the beginning. What I tell my clients is to do is define those expectations, define those goals, setting those goals. Yes, they want to achieve work-life balance, fantastic. And you do that in a program for 12 weeks, fantastic. But ask them the specific question. What would make this 12 weeks worth it? Within the grand scheme of work-life balance, what would make it worth it? Within the grand scheme of you losing the 20 pounds in the next 12 weeks, what would make this worth it? Yes, losing the 20 pounds, okay, we're gonna get, but what is the thing? I really wanna get to that jeans. With work-life balance, I really wanna make sure that I get home and I don't feel already drained. And I don't have any more energy to give to my family. That's what I really want. So those boundaries, not only about access to you, but also defining what the goal really is. So you're then able to just operate within that setting of that goal that they set in the beginning of you guys working together. Regret number 4, over-reliant on social media for leads. Listen, social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, it's amazing tools. Those are amazing tools for you to start generating business. But don't put all of your eggs in a basket that you don't even own. You don't own your Facebook page. You don't own your Instagram. You don't own your YouTube. This video on YouTube right now, I uploaded it. For whatever reason, YouTube might decide to just take off my video. I don't own YouTube. So what I see a lot of people do, just having this over-reliance on social media, having no other platform that they own that they can speak to their target audience. So what I'm getting to is build your own email list. Yes, use social media to build it, but don't only rely on social media. Make a way or have a way for you to communicate directly with your target audience, with your people. Being email list, that's the easiest one. You can have a community, but even communities, they usually place on a platform that you don't own. But a community, for example, on WhatsApp or Telegram, but own it somewhere else outside of social media. And I'll give you a specific example right now. I know this amazing African tailor. I'm gonna put some picture here. She makes the most beautiful dresses, right? And I followed her on Instagram. And whenever I needed to order a dress from her, I could only do it on Instagram DM. And that's fine. I never got her number, nothing. The other day I was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, I saw a dress that I really want to order from her. And I'm like, okay, let's go and see it on Instagram so I can order. When I opened the thing, post not existed. I'm like, let me go to her page. Try to find her page, not there. Next thing I know, her page was canceled, was like banned. I don't know what happened. I don't have her phone number. I don't have her email. The only way to communicate with her was only on Instagram DM because that's what she decided to do. She never took her leads outside of Instagram to put it on WhatsApp. I started to Google her name and Google her business. I found 2 phone numbers and I called both of those phone numbers, but they were disconnected. So she vanished because her Instagram just disappeared. That's a rented space. Don't make that mistake. From the get-go, from the beginning, start building your email list. And it's not only for sales and everything like that, but also to continue to have this nurturing relationship with your clients and with your prospects. Because we all know that even if you have 1,000 followers on your Instagram, when you post something, Instagram will not show it for all the 1,000 followers that follow you. They'll show it for a small percentage, right? On email, however, when you send an email, you best believe it will land to everyone's inbox, whether they open or not, it's different. But I can tell you the open rate or the viewership rate is going to be different than if you just put it on Instagram. So don't make the mistake of not having an email list early on because that can cost you thousands later on in your business. The 5th mistake, and I know I'm biased for this, is not investing in mentorship. I think in any domain, you'd be crazy to think that you can just achieve your thing just by yourself. You can, I'm not saying that you can't. You can. For example, I learned how to play the guitar by myself, but I was watching YouTube videos, so maybe it's not by myself. So I had the help of someone, right? But in anything that we're gonna want to master or be good at or have results from, we need someone to guide us, right? I just recently started weightlifting and doing strength training. And I hired someone to help me through that process because yes, I can watch the YouTube videos, but then am I doing the positions correctly? Am I doing my best? So like the posture and everything, because I don't want to then start doing lifting weights crazy because I saw a YouTube video. And then next thing you know, I injure myself because of something that could have been prevented by someone spotting me or helping me and showing me exactly how to do. So don't start, I don't understand. Sometimes in the beginning, you might not have the money to, but as much as you can, invest in mentorship. And that can be by buying courses, by buying, one-on-one mentorship or group mentorship. There's so many different options out there. And definitely, if you're interested in working with me, I'm going to leave the link below. But then I work with people one-on-one. I don't do group because that's not my thing. Because I believe that only one of you, and there's only one thing that can work for you. And I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. So that's my thing. But then if you cannot afford the one-on-one, it's fine. There's other courses, there's group things as well, but don't just go at this by yourself. You need support. Now, if you want to learn how to get your first client or your next client in the next 10 days, then watch this video because I go through every single step that I took to get my first 10 clients in less than 10 days. I'll see you there.